name is Jennifer Case. Today I'm going to be speaking with you about one of my favorite subjects, the Bahamas. This is a picture that I drew of the Bahamas, and the way I represent it, or not really represent it, kind of depict it, I should say. I've got my cruise ship over there in the right hand corner, the fish and everything on there. This is the way I picture it. When I think of something that I need to relax, I picture the Bahamas like this. On September 16th, 2001, my parents and I went on a cruise to the Bahamas. We booked our cruise through Royal Caribbean. They put us on Sovereign of the Seas, which is actually their oldest and largest ship. Since taking our cruise, it has actually been retired and no longer use it. From what I understand, it's in a museum now. But we went on the cruise. We got on the cruise ship September 16th. And when you walk on a cruise, all you see is basically glass everywhere. Everything's glass. You can see from one story all the way down to the bottom floor, at the bottom, and everything's glass, including the elevator. There's so much to do on the cruise. They have casino, they have the nightclubs, there's like 3 or 4 of them. They have a teen club, they have like an oldies club, all kinds of dance clubs. There's always something to do on a cruise. They also have swimming pool, which I was actually shocked by the swimming pool because I figured it would actually be fresh water, but it's not. When you get in it, it's actually salt water. They pull the water from the ocean while they're on it, and at night they actually have to put a net on it because they're afraid jellyfish or whatever will get in there. But it is salt water. And they have I've never been in a saltwater hot tub either. That was kind of cool. But they also have a full service spa which offers massages, your wraps like your mud masks, your green tea wraps, and all that kinds of stuff. But it's also a full service salon where you can get your hair cut, fixed. You can get your toes done, your manicure, your pedicure, all that good stuff. They also have a rock climbing wall, which is kind of cool. Not for me, but that's still kind of cool that it's there. And I've actually been told that some of the newer cruise ships, they have the wakeboarding and surfing and stuff like that on there. And they also have lazy rivers and the water slides and stuff, which is kind of neat. But some of them, if I'm not mistaken, have those instead of having the pool, which is kind of a drag. But I mean, I'd rather have the pool. But if you have kids, they'd like that more anyway. But they also have coffee shop, library. They have a cyber cafe, which is I had to get on there when we were on the cruise, and it was I think like $2.95 for 10 minutes, which I mean is really not bad considering you're on vacation, but still it gets expensive because I have to stay on there more than 10 minutes. They also have plenty of bars. They have a bar in the casino. They have like 4 or 5 other bars on the cruise. And you can actually, they have waiters and waitresses when you're by the pool that'll come by and ask you, what would you like something to drink? And you just tell them what they want and they bring it to you. Which is kind of neat, but I want to forewarn you, beware of the drinks in the nightclub. I never really thought that they would do it, but they make those really strong in the casino, and they'll catch up with you real quick. But they also have shopping on the cruise, which is while you're in port and docked, you cannot shop because they'll have to charge you taxes. So they wait and open the shops up when you're in international waters, and then you shop all you want and don't have to worry about paying the taxes. Our first destination was Nassau. The very first thing that I saw going into Nassau was a lighthouse. It's on the left hand side of the boat, and it's actually beautiful. I have a picture. I don't know if you can see it, but I have a picture of it. Let me see if you can see it real good. This is that's one of my favorite things. I've actually got a big huge picture of it blown up. It's in my living room on my wall. It's just the lighthouse is just breathtakingly beautiful because it's out in the ocean just all by itself, like on a little bitty strip of land, probably not even 1/10 of a mile long, but it's really pretty. And the other side, after you see the lighthouse, the next thing you're going to see is Atlantis, which Atlantis is it's kind of neat. because there it's not what's known as the Lost Continent, and you can actually go tour Atlantis on a tour that's called Discover Atlantis, and you tour the dig. It reveals what life may have been like on the lost continent over 11,000 years ago. Pretty neat. But there's many things to do when you're in the Bahamas. Is one thing we went on was what's called the SeaWorld Underwater Adventure Tour, which is you get on a boat in Nassau and they charter you out into the middle of the ocean. You get on another boat and you go downstairs and they have windows all around and you sit on these little stools and they actually then the boat they drive around and they show you different types of fish and marine life that's under in the ocean. And they also take you by shipwreckage and kind of show you it and tell you all about it. It's really neat. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff to do there, but of course we went to the SeaWorld Underwater Adventure Tour, and then we done a little bit of shopping. When we went, the straw market had caught on fire, so it was shut down, so we couldn't go and shop at the market, which that's a big thing there, and it's what brings in a lot of the money that actually port of call. So you can actually lounge on the beach, or you can take go over to Atlantis, which is something I really wanted to do. Is I want to go swim with the dolphins, and actually on my next cruise that I go there, I'm going to go swim with the dolphins because that's something I think would be really neat. But they also over by Atlantis, there's what's called Blue Lagoon Island, and that is actually where they take that movie Blue Lagoon. Just kind of neat information to know. I never knew that. But we had to be back on the boat by 5 p.m. Of course, after going shopping and all that stuff, we were exhausted. So, because it was like 100 and something degrees when we were over there, we were burning up. So we decided to go and go back to the boat and early and change clothes and go out by the pool and lounge for a while. But after that, at 5 o'clock is when we had to be back on the boat. And then we left Coco Cay, I believe it was. They give you about an hour or two extra just in case anybody's not back on the boat. And then they pull anchor at probably 7 or 8. And then we go over to Coco Cay. They take their time getting to Coco Cay because it's kind of like they have to go down and circle around and come back up. But we actually got to Coco Cay the next morning. They only give you 8 hours there, which really sucks. But there's not much to do in Coco Cay, but there's a lot to do if that makes sense. There's no like big businesses you can go to. There's like little personal restaurants, etc. And you can swim and sunbathe, and you can go on the banana boats. You can rent a kayak, or you can go scuba diving, or windsurfing, or parasailing, or jet skis, or you could just lounge out on the beach, which that's what we done for a while. And unfortunately, when we went, all I saw was jellyfish in the water, because I guess we caught the tail end of a tropical storm, and when tropical storms come by, the only thing you see in the water is jellyfish everywhere. They were kind of neat because I thought they'd just be like a clear, like gel-like color, but they're actually clear, but they're kind of outlined in purple. Really pretty, and they were just everywhere, so it made it difficult to swim. So we actually went walking around on the beach, and you can walk out for hundreds and hundreds of feet, and yards before you ever get to water that's deep enough to swim in, which is really unusual. I kind of wasn't expecting that, but going on a cruise is just awesome. I mean, if you ever get a chance to go on a cruise, I would highly suggest it. I want to go on another one. I'm going to take my boyfriend on one, hopefully at the end of the year. We're going to go back to the Bahamas, so I get to go and do the swimming with the dolphins and the Atlantis and stuff like that. And also, I want to go to Jamaica and Mexico. So those are probably my next two excursions that I'm going to go on. But if you decide to go on one, I say my suggestion would be go through Royal Caribbean, because their ship is actually a lot larger than Carnival's. I'd say it's probably a couple stories higher than Carnival's, and it's well worth it.